She was moving as fast as she could with flip-flops and a toddler in her arms.
All the phones are down.
Jacqueline Russell, trying not to panic as she approached what was left of the elementary school that her 2 young children attend. In the parking lot, shell-shocked kids being carried by teachers, holding T-shirts on head wounds, and being treated right on the spot.
There's kids that want their mother and their father, and I can't console them in that.
The sights surrounding them didn't offer any comfort. The only thing to indicate that this was once a school, the battered playground equipment. That this was in fact their hometown, the water tower in the distance. Across the street, neighbors digging through the rubble of what was the house of Paula and Jerry Mars. Was there a chance they might not have been home?
That's their blue car right there. It's the only one they have. And this is his wallet. So he's here.
As the search for the Mars continued, Jacqueline found one of her children, her daughter, Reminiscence.
She was right under me the whole time. She just really did good. Yes, she was great. She did great.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the school,
I'm looking for my little niece.
how old is she?
She's 9.
Martha, looking for Karina and overcome with a silent awe at the magnitude of the devastation. The area she's looking at is where rescue workers would be focusing for the next several hours, eventually roping the location off around twisted beams and splintered trees. Fortunately for Jacqueline, her nightmare would end with the discovery of her other child relatively unharmed.
He told me to put my hands on my head, and then the storm came, and then it tumbled on me, but I didn't get hurt that much.
A momentary sigh of relief in a landscape of oblivion.
I'm just worried about the kids that are still in there.
Bert Mumolo, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Throughout today, it's been very busy. There have been people everywhere. Military surrounding us, police making sure we're in the right spot, people going house to house, helping other, people by volunteering, people trying to just sacrifice anything that they can. And this is the first time I think that it's actually hit me what's happened, because looking around, it's so quiet. I mean, all we've seen is little rabbits walking around. We can hear the birds chirping, but there's no one here because there's nothing to be saved. I mean, it's all gone. And what I can't really wrap my mind around is that it's miles and miles. So it's just amazing getting able to have the opportunity to see this, because saying that it's shocking and heartbreaking is certainly the understatement.
The large cross above Southgate Baptist Church has always been a moving symbol of hope and inspiration. But the tornado has given the church something that's really moving people.
That stick that just stuck in the front of a cross.
Pastor Doug Brewer's church is now plastered with mud. But as he tweeted out after the storm,
he said the church is still standing.
That was a sign to Randy Terrell that the parking lot would be the perfect place to set up a relief center.
Hey guys, water delivery needs help.
Which is where Donna Testa of Mercy Chefs comes into the picture.
Professional chefs come together, we go into disaster areas, and we feed people hot, wonderful meals.
A lot of hot, wonderful meals. Their assembly line already dishing out up to 5,000 meals a day, and that's just the beginning.
Our second kitchen comes on Friday, so we'll be up to 8,000 to 10,000 meals a day.
Meanwhile, out under a tent on the lawn,
we've already given away some asthma medicine and some insulin.
Dr. Buckley giving a woman who stepped on a nail a tetanus shot.
This will stand as your documentation that you got your vaccine today.
While all of this is going on, the pastor is getting calls asking if there's church this week.
Yeah, there'll be service here on Sunday.
Back in the kitchen, the chili is ready just in time for a big order.
We need 30 meals to go. These guys are the National Guard, and they're guarding the school that collapsed.
Soon, more meals are loaded to be delivered to residents who don't want to leave their damaged property.
So we're going to get the food to them. If they can't come get it, we'll bring it to them.
Hope driving through heartache.
This is crazy, unreal.
A glimpse of relief through a simple chili dinner.
You guys need some hot meals back there?
And all of this based at the church with the unusual shaped debris. Take it as a sign, take it as a fluke. But don't expect it to be taken down anytime soon.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Bert Mumolo, Tulsa's Channel 8. Yesterday, the only thing that could be heard here was the sound of a tornado's fury.
There you go.
Today, that's been replaced with an echo of humanity.
You need something to eat? You need a hot meal, sir? You guys need some hot meals back there?
Randy Terrell and friends going door to door, providing relief for residents who in many ways feel victimized again.
Trying to keep us away from our own house and protect our own stuff.
I'm well aware of that.
The security rule here is that if you leave the disaster zone, you don't come back in.
In many ways, I don't understand that.
What he does understand is compassion, coupled with the reality that many people here haven't eaten since yesterday.
Oh, we got some water too. Oh my gosh.
With the gratitude come leads of others in need of help.
A lady, not the next door, but the next house down.
Yep.
We went and got them some sandwiches earlier, but that was all they had. They lost their son.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure they'd love to see.
A simple act of kindness.
Anybody need a hot meal?
Rousing spirits in a place of heartache. It was a life-changing event.
Yeah, we were screaming for help.
And surviving something like this can inspire people to change their lives.
I'm just glad she's here with me.
Bonnie and Sean have been together for 10 years, and Monday it almost came to an end when she kept her appointment at the clinic.
Well, I was at the heart doctor's.
The building flatlined with Bonnie in it.
We said, yeah, we're buried and we can't move.
Sean raced to the scene.
And there was an officer there, and he says he can't go in there, and I told him, that I was looking for my wife.
When they found each other, they sounded just like an old married couple.
The first thing I said to her, I said, "What's the matter? You can't remember where the truck was parked?" And she goes, "Well, it was right here almost where I'm sitting."
That truck is actually how we found them. Sean left a sign in the window telling the guys moving it today that he still wants it.
I don't know why Sean wants a truck, but he wants a truck.
Marriage can be puzzling like that, but that's not to say that Bonnie and Sean are actually married.
I don't know. We're both kind of dangling our feet in there.
A piece of paper doesn't change the way you love somebody,
And as chaotic as the tornado was, it kind of pales when compared to their past marriages.
He had a bad marriage and I had a bad marriage, so we don't know.
This is the point in the story when reflecting on the near-death experience, they finally decide to take the plunge.
At this point in time, I don't.
Right?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, hey, as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, even if everything else around you is, don't fix it.
I'm just glad she's here with me that, still, grouch at me and everything,
Burt Mumolo, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Turned and looked at me and said, wanted to do that since I was 4.
Chantel Young's neighbor had asked her son to spray paint "thank you" on the front of their house, and he did.
I think it's just, you cry, but you laugh as well.
When a tornado's claimed your home, it seems the least you can do to brand what's left. For the son, also a face, but for Young, perhaps an advertisement.
I think I'm just going to rent it out for weekends, people that, just want to come and really see what the zombie apocalypse would be like.
2 houses down, the Alarcons also try to find some way to smile.
This is Armageddon.
We thought it was ironic.
Choosing to mark their own house with a promise.
We want our neighbors to know we're coming back, so hopefully they'll come back.
But others in the Plaza Towers neighborhood want to bring calm. Some want to give thanks to the power that got them through, or to the power of the people still here in the aftermath.
But there's signs on the houses, and where they're thanking people, they're thanking the volunteers, and especially search and rescue, everybody that's come in.
With just a bit of spray paint, hearts are mended.
It's Oklahoma strong.
And for the jokers, strong enough to stomach a smile, a new space for sale, new floor plan and all, or that zombie hotel, just to let the rest of the country know they're going to be okay.
I would bring a tent in case it rained, but I'm going to be listing it soon for vacation stays.
In more, Caitlin Alexander, Tulsa's Channel 8.
It's one thing to look at the damage a tornado can cause after the fact. It's another thing altogether to watch it happen 50 feet away.
It was probably the scariest thing I've ever been through.
Alan Black, along with 6 other people and 4 dogs, packed themselves into this shelter and witnessed fury.
When the tornado hit, the door flew open and we actually saw my brother-in-law's house fly off the foundation.
We saw it go over us.
Gina and her husband had also raced down to that same shelter.
All I could do was pick up my dogs and go. It was scary. It was very scary.
But they weren't able to take all of their pets. Shelters, after all, are small, and left behind out back in his now destroyed pen was their pet pig, Frosty.
I've had him since he's 6 weeks old.
It can be hard to find anything left in the wake of a tornado, with everything jumbled and piled and buried. But fortunately, Frosty kind of stands out.
Pigs are tough, and they're smart too. That helps.
At 500 pounds, he's well known in these parts, and now he's a bit of a legend.
Yeah, he walks on a leash, but yeah, he was up on the roof.
Evidently, he was thrown down. He was limping on his back left leg when I got him last night.
It can be tough to find the silver lining in a disaster, but apparently there's nothing tougher than a quarter-ton pig named Frosty.
We need a little laughter sometimes, I think.
Frosty, I'm glad you're all right. Burt Mumolo, Tulsa's Channel 8.